Right, hello and welcome back to the channel. We are on our way up to Somerset. We're going to go and see Helmet Head and the crew from the patrons and the channel. So it's a meet for the channel subscribers. No, it's not. It's a meet for the patrons and channel members, not the subscribers. And we're heading up to Petroff Paddocks or something like that. Should be a good weekend. I've got my tent, I've got my little shelter behind my back, and I've got far too much luggage, and it's a pain in the backside to lift the bike up. So that's fun. Anyway, we're just gonna head up. Hello, me boy. We're just gonna head up and go towards Bodmin, then go up the A30, up the M5. Go from there. First of all, we're going to stop for fuel because we need some fuel. Shouldn't do that. My strap on the helmet was undone, which is fun. Yep. And so we're going to go and get some fueliums and go and head up from there. So yeah, it'd be good to see Helmet Head after a year. Last time I saw Alan was last year's meet in Leicester, I think it was. Can't remember what the site was called, where we did the 11 out of 10 tour of all the favourite spots that he uses in his video. But yeah, and unfortunately this road is a pain in the backside to get out of, so expect a little bit of a wait here.
White bridge fading, a silver thread. The world is waking, the road ahead. 50 kilos heavy, a steady heavy hum. Counting the miles, waiting for the sun. The F800 settles, a heartbeat in the frame. Searching for the gorge, searching for the name, and the lanes unwind like a ribbon in the breeze. Filtering the silence, cutting through the trees. The festival is fading, just a ghost in the rearview glass. Now I'm moving forward, letting the shadows pass. And motorway now in the rear. The camp gate is open, the finish is near. Thinking of Jamie's bike. I've called her Brenda in my songs for a month or so, but her real name is Deborah. I guess it's time that she'd know. Rolling through the grass, Boise finds its space, meeting up with friends in this hidden place. Will she hold the distance? Will the engine find the rhythm? Just the gear I'm carrying, just the road I'm given. No cage to hold me, just the pulse of the lane. Waking up the spirit, washing off the rain. the tires roll.
Yeah, so maybe it's the actual chat. It's not opening as opposed to that not fitting.
I agree.
Thanks.
That's alright. I concur.
The campfire was glowing, we had cider in the glass. Paul handed Ellen peasant piss, a night of utter class. Then the morning hit like thunder, the Somerset ground was wet. Poor Jamie's in 2 towels, the worst sleep he's ever met. Forgot his sleeping bag, the shivering silly man, using my travel towel, doing what he can. The regulator's balked, the coffee's running late, but the mercury is rising, we're changing up our fate. The temp is 26, the sky is burning blue. The twat is at the front, yeah, he's got no bloody clue. I know the lanes he shouts while looking at the sky. We're just sat there and we're asking ourselves why. Hey! Kick stands up, the Somerset silence starts to break. The minds fire up, for goodness sake. Voices in the line with Del Boy, Trigger and Dave. Deborah's looking mean, she's the speed that we crave. The loudest pack of idiots that this gorge has ever seen. Is it 11 out of 10? Is it helmet heads design? Nothing ever goes to plan, but we're doing just fine. If the road gets messy, if the gears don't align, we'll find the best of it down the yellow line. Yeah, we make the best of it down the yellow line. Woo! Now Alan's gone missing, classic helmet style. We're waiting by the gorge and we've been here for a mile. Fuel lights blinking, the panic's setting in, and Paul the twat is laughing with a devil's grin. We are all getting thirsty while Del Boy is running dry, but we're making it an epic beneath the Somerset sky.
guest list. So we sat out by the shed, just watching through the mist. Yeah, it's an 11 out of 10 day, classic helmet design. Nothing ever goes to plan, but we're doing just fine. If the road gets messy, ooh, or the gears don't align, we'll find the best of it down the yellow line. Now Alan and Mike found the reeds by the bank, doing the gladiator scene. Honestly, they're rank, brushing hands through the stalks like they're in a movie scene, while we're stood there on our bikes watching the whole routine. And Steve is on the back of Mikey's GS, holding on so tight. Every bump is a battle, but he's gonna be alright. Now TJ's leading out where the twat wandered to. He's 3 cars away, yeah, he's lost us. Classic clue. And Jamie and Alan, well, they vanished from the pack. Just a cigarette break with a ride attached, no turning back. It's a comedy of errors in the heat of Somerset, the most ridiculous afternoon that I haven't finished yet. So here's to the lost, and the ones holding on, just a pack of blooming idiots. Now that the day is gone, yeah, we're doing just fine. Da-da-da, da-da-da, yeah, we're doing just fine. Da-da-da, da-da-da.
back into the lanes, bouncing over all the stones. Steve's on the back of Mikey's GS, wishing he was home, holding on for dear life. Every rut a little test, while we're hunting down a coffin, putting Somerset to rest. Leather and lace, yeah, we thought we'd find a home, but it's nothing like the vision that we carved out in the loam. It was taken over, empty, another plan that came undone, just a disappointment waiting beneath the setting sun. But I'm looking at the crew and I'm having too much fun, 'cause we're laughing at the failure. Yeah, the day has just begun and the road's getting narrow.
Steve said the bongo is giving birth.
It's, you have to do it in a David Attenborough voice, don't you?
Yeah.
And this morning, as he answers to the van, after a nice, lovely, cosy night out, he slowly emerges. And this is how we deal with YouTubers in the morning. After they've had too many alcoholic-free bottles of wine.
Coattails. Let's see. Athletically puts on his sock.
Yeah, he's going for his socks now. And like a normal person, he does put his socks on, one at a time. He doesn't just jump out of his bed and land in his uniform, ready to go. See, normal people leave their vans closed and their tents closed while they get dressed. But YouTubers decide to show the world everything they're doing. Unlike in the nature, the bongo vans give birth very slowly.
There's another one over there, isn't there?
Yeah.
I like one down there.
Yeah, that's one of the older ones.
Yeah.
Morning. Good morning. And the bongo has finally given birth.
And so, the Somerset expedition. The long-awaited Helmet Head Patreon meet comes to a close. A collection of grown men gathered from across the realm who travelled hundreds of miles to ride in circles. They came to honour the great Helmet Head, who arrived expecting a weekend of organised motorcycling glory. Instead, he was subjected to the logistical nightmare orchestrated by the twat, a man whose planning skills are, shall we say, optional. They spent their weekend eating overpriced pastry shells filled with nothing but air and getting lost, all while following the twat, whose sense of direction is rivaled only by a dead pigeon. They have been cold, they have been wet, and they have been, quite frankly, an absolute embarrassment to the motorcycling community. And now, as they scatter back to their distant homes, they do so with the misplaced confidence of heroes, blissfully unaware that the local population of Somerset is simply relieved they have left. A truly spectacular display of friendship and profound, unadulterated stupidity. Carl, however, remains convinced he has made lifelong friends. We can only hope he is wrong.